How you doing? This is Brian with Fishing Hype Guide Service, and I'm here with your KentuckyLake.com tip of the week, and it involves a knot for flipping. I've got everything ready to go here. I got my Powell flipping rod. This is my Endurance 795, and I've got it tied up with some 20-pound Sunline Sniper. And on the business end of everything here, I've got my bobber stop, or sometimes they've already got tungsten sinker stops here to stop your tungsten sinker. This happens to be a Bag 5's tungsten flipping weight. And then you've got your hook. This here happens to be a Gamakatsu offset. Most of the time I will flip with a straight shank hook, but a lot of times when I flip like a tube, like this Big Bite Baits craw tube, I'd rather have the offset. But I will tie a Snell knot every time. Doesn't matter if it's with a offset or a straight shank hook. And the reason for that is when this weight comes down and you pull up against that on a hook set, you can see what that hook does. It goes up, it would go up into the fish's mouth. If you do not tie that, just tie a regular knot, you've got nothing. It just comes up straight, and a lot of times a fish will grab that, and if they got a hard enough bite on that weight, that hook will actually pull back and not actually go up and into the fish's mouth, and that's where a lot of people lose fish. So what we got going here is I've got my sinker already slid on my line here, and the key to this whole thing is to come in the top or the front of the hook, like such. You want to be coming down like that. Take the line, put it between your two fingers, and hold it against the straight shank part of this hook. Now every hook you have should have a keeper on it. If it doesn't, get yourself some shrink tubing, cut a little angle on it, and you can make the same thing there and heat shrink it down onto the base of the hook. But what we're going to want to do is you want to pinch it, and we're going to make about 4 or 5 wraps, and you want to make sure your wraps are above that hook keeper. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll go 5. So I've got 5 nice, tight, parallel hook line wraps right there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take this line, my tag end, and I'm going to bring it through the loop that I've been holding with my fingers. I get a hold of it. And then you're going to want to wet this down before you pull it like you do on any knot. And I'm just going to take and pull this end here till it gets tight, pull this end down, and there you go. You get a nice strong knot. There's not even truly a knot where it can pinch and burn itself. It's just cinching itself down around your tag end here. So you got it all down tight. Snip your end off. And what we've got here is a Snell knot on a straight shank hook. And look at, I mean, already compared to this one here, that's just hanging straight. This one, or just in the weight of the sinker, has already got it turned. So every time you set the hook, that hook is going to go up into the fish's mouth. So next time you're out on the water and you're doing some flipping, you're missing some fish, and even before you get there and miss your fish, when you get out, get ready, tie yourself a Snell knot. If you need to, again, just go over this video again. There's plenty of places on the internet to look up, you know, how to tie a Snell knot. You can check out some of my YouTube videos. I've done a few there. But do yourself a favor, tie yourself a Snell knot anytime you're flipping. Doesn't matter if you're flipping bushes right now, fishing grass, whatever you're doing. If you're flipping, you want to tie that Snell knot and get that result right there. Make sure you come in the top of the hook, and you'll definitely put more fish in the boat. This is your KentuckyLake.com tip of the week. I'm Brian with Fishing Hype Guide Service.